We'll start our first class with physical world. Physical world is the nature we see around us, and study of any subject in a systematic way to gather information on it or knowledge on it is termed as science. And branch of science that deals with study of nature and its natural phenomena. Natural phenomena are the activities happening in nature. Is termed as physics. Physics can be categorized into two categories. One is classical physics and another is quantum physics. Classical physics is the study of all macroscopic bodies. These are big particles that covers all terrestrial and celestial bodies. Celestial bodies are all heavenly astronomical bodies. Terrestrial bodies are all earthly bodies. Whereas quantum physics is the study of all microscopic bodies. These are very small particles that include atom, molecules, atoms, molecules, and nuclear particles. Now, classical physics further classified or categorized into four categories. Classical physics can be categorized into four categories, that is mechanics, electromagnetics, optics, and thermodynamics. Mechanics deals with motion of particles. These particles may be of rigid nature or deformable nature. Electromagnetic deals with charges, electric charges, and magnetic particles. Whereas optics deals with light, thermodynamics deals with transfer of heat. We'll have fundamental forces that causes different activities or natural phenomena. These include basically gravitational force, electromagnetic force, nuclear force, and another is weak nuclear force. This nuclear force is strong nuclear force. Gravitational force is due to mass of different bodies. That means this comes into existence when there are different bodies having masses are available. That means these are due to or by virtue of mass of bodies. This gravitational force comes into existence, or there is a force between bodies having different masses. Whereas electromagnetic force is the force between charged particles. Charged particles may be at rest, or the charged particles may be in motion. Once charged particles are at rest, one charged particle, it will have its own electric field, and this electric field will have electric force on another charged particle. Whereas if one charged particle is in motion, it will have its magnetic field and it will have effect on another charge in motion. Now, once there is a charged particle, you will have electric force. Once there is a charged particle and it's moving, you will have magnetic force. Hence, these two forces are inseparable. Like gravitational force, there is no medium required. If it is a body M1 and it is a M2, then there is a force between them and there is no medium is required. Likewise, same way, for electromagnetic force between charged particles, no medium required. And this electromagnetic force is much more greater than this gravitational force. Whereas nuclear force comes into effect between particles inside the nucleus, which is proton and neutron. Hence, this is the force between proton and proton, neutron and neutron, and proton and neutron. Due to this strong nuclear force, irrespective of proton-proton repulsion, we have a strong bondage between these nuclear particles. Weak nuclear force comes into existence during beta decay of nuclear particles. During this beta decay, neutron emits beta ray plus neutrino. The next one we'll cover is energy and law of conservation of energy. Energy is something we require to do some work. Law of conservation of energy says energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one type of energy or one form of energy to other form of energy. In that, mass is considered as equivalent of energy with equation is equal to mc square, where c is speed of light in vacuum. Now, any quantity, if it is remaining constant, will start as conservative quantity. It means conservative quantity is that quantity that remain constant with respect to time. That means due course of time it will not change, it will remain constant. That quantity we will say is conservative quantity. If the quantity is force, under conservative force, total mechanical energy, that we say kinetic energy and potential energy of any object will be remaining constant throughout the motion. We can have different forms of energy, such as heat energy, mechanical energy, electrical energy, nuclear energy, and some other forms of energies. This matter or mass also considered as one form or equivalent of energy square.